first 4 games that's going to help you here over the short term when you get to Cancun?
I think we're getting better defensively. I think that's we're taking steps. I still think we have a long way to go, but I think they're starting to understand a little bit better what we're trying to do. But still a very, very long way to go. I think we've played with some different lineups out there, and obviously there's some lineups we liked and lineups we didn't. So the lineups we didn't, we'll not see those. But I think we have a team that can score the ball in different ways. I thought we missed Laisha in the first half. Their pressure on the perimeter, just playing off our heels, didn't really have anybody to get to the paint who can score, and that's what Laisha does. And we weren't giving Caitlin any looks inside like we have been, and I thought in the second half. Our push and transition was different. We gave Caitlin a little bit more space, and I know Laisha picked up her 3rd foul, but her ability to get out on the open floor and knock down the first 3 was huge for our momentum.
Just to have the first half, you talked about it, not having Laisha, but just having that adversity, and you're going to see more moments like that.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the takeaway from that of not having her on the floor, and who else needs to step up for you?
Yeah, I thought Jayla struggled a little bit, but still, kept fighting through a tough day for the most part. And I think Jayla has the ability to get to the paint. I think Abby does too. So and both of those kids kind of struggled. I mean, Abby played on it. She twisted her ankle 2 days ago, and toughed one out today. So I thought she just was lacking a little bit, kind of a push off. But I thought defensively, when we were struggling there in that second quarter, holding them to 10 points when they scored 21 in the first, I thought that showed a lot of maturity. Laisha's got to be smarter. Obviously, the second foul was the one that she's got to stay away from when she and we talked about it, and she knows that. I thought Madison was tough through contact. I know she goes 2 for 8, but she draws 7 fouls, and her, normally when you can be physical with Mads, she kind of shies away from it. And I thought today, drawing those fouls, getting us in the bonus there in the second quarter was huge for us.
Is playing 2 posts together long-term thing for you, or is that going to be a short-term situational?
I think there's we've played with it more in practice than we have in games. Maybe because of who we've been playing. A lot of teams we've been playing have had some 4s that stretch it, and really that's Caitlin or they play small guards, and Caitlin and Ricky, we don't want to put them in spots where they're uncomfortable. At the same time, we want to make sure we give them looks to go in high-low. I think learning Caitlin can play on the perimeter and let Ricky post up. We don't always want Caitlin on the perimeter because she can score it so well inside. So getting Ricky comfortable hitting 15-footers because she can't shoot it, just getting comfortable in games. I think we rebounded the ball. We rebound the ball better against the guys in practice when they're in together. Maybe there's games where we're playing against 2 really, really big bigs, and we need it out there. But it's a look that we have. I thought Ava moved off the ball beautifully today. I thought her and Ricky were kind of some glue together out there when we were struggling to get anything going.
What do you like about where Janae's floor game is at this point?
Yeah, 12 assists to 2 turnovers. That's really good basketball. I thought she struggled in the first quarter, and I told her that. I thought her body language was not very good, and I told her that. It's probably the most mad I'd seen Janae in a while with the officiating. With how we were defending, we weren't doing what we were supposed to be doing. Whether it was her or wasn't, you could just see that she was kind of wearing that. So challenged her in the second quarter the way she responded. When you're the point guard, and all eyes are on you, you kind of everybody will go to her demeanor, and that's part of her maturity and her growth, and who she was in the second, third, and fourth quarter. Really was the difference in a ball game, just because she had a different feel about her even when things weren't going our way.
Katie, where does this Indiana State team stack up in terms of how aggressive they were on defense? The teams that you played this year.
Yeah, honestly, I thought their activity off the ball was really good, big in gaps. I thought they were down in stance and really physical. I think we knew that going in, but you got to get on our practice guys. I don't think that they gave us a good enough look at what it was going to be. But no, we appreciate those guys. Those guys come in and work really hard for us. But Honestly, that's probably the best team we've played so far. I think that they've got a lot of good pieces. I think he puts them in right spots and takes advantage of what their skill set. They play super hard on the defensive end, and they had it going early. And it wasn't until we locked ourselves in defensively and were able to get out in transition that we were able to put them away.
Obviously, Cass had a big game. What does she mean to the program? She does a lot of the little things that aren't going to show up in the highlights or the box score.
Yeah, if she does something in the highlight, then everybody's going crazy over there if she does anything like that. But Cass, when teams play bigs that don't shoot, and Cass can congest and stay in the paint, and we don't got to get her guarding ball screens or switching out or doing anything like that. She's our best team defender. She's willing to take charges. She clogs things up. And today, when she's hitting shots, it just gives some space to everybody on the floor, whether it's Caitlin or Laisha, JT, Abby, Jayla driving the basketball. But who she is everything about Purdue. And you talk about a kid that just bleeds Purdue. She loves Purdue. She loves doing whatever it takes for her team to win. And obviously, she scores 18 points on 7 shots because she knocks down shots. But in other games when she hasn't scored, whether she's played 20 minutes or 30 minutes or 19 minutes, she's done what she's supposed to do for Purdue to win, and that's all you can ask for.
Now, what did you see out of Ava Learn today? Not normally a scorer, but got some open looks today.
Yeah, she moves well off the ball when we were struggling to move the ball and get some basket cuts. She runs the floor harder than any of our posts, just because of her athletic ability. So we were able to get out and give her some looks that way. But when Ava can really hone in on doing what we need her to do defensively, her minutes will increase. And we've challenged her in that regard. I think in the first half she helps ball side on the shooter. Those are little things that we have her watch Cass film. Like we have her, this is who we need you to be on the defensive end, because they give us different looks offensively. So when she's learning, she gets it, she understands it. It's just a matter of letting it click. And I mean, we gotta give her some grace. She didn't practice all summer. She had surgery. She only started practicing a week before the season started. So give her some grace. And last year she played the 5. Now we throw her out there with Ricky, and them two getting comfortable playing off of each other. I think this week we found a couple things that we like when they were in there together, and we're just gonna keep getting better at those things. And Ava's gonna see her minutes increase when she can really buy into what we're doing.
How much will the contributions from the bench from players like Jayla Smith, Ava Learn mean as we get deeper into the season, especially in King County?
Yeah, I like where we are right now with our personnel. Obviously, Lily and AP are still learning the game and the pace of the game. And they're sitting behind some really good players too. It's not like they're not anybody good playing in front of them. So, the game just needs to start to slow down for them. I think we kind of did that with Ava. Once Ava learned how to play the game at this level, we threw her out there. We want to make sure that they're in a good spot, and if they can keep working, keep staying the course, then maybe their minutes increase. But right now 1 through 9, I like our rotation. I like what we can do. I like what we can do defensively, and then offensively with Laisha's ability to get to the paint. Abby and Jayla got some great shooters, and obviously Caitlin inside scoring the basketball. I know she had a tough day of it today, but and I think Ricky did a good job of picking her up. But like that 2-1-2 combo. We got to be able to go 9 deep, obviously, and those two, we're still pushing them to get better and help us eventually. But 3 games in 3 days is going to be tough, but it's something we wanted to do because we want to make sure we're playing 3 games in 3 days sometime later in the season.
You said in your last few games you kind of wanted to work on playing a more complete game, and then with today, 20 points in the first quarter, 21 in the third and fourth. How did you guys kind of stay so consistent?
Yeah, I think we were lucky that we were able to be. The refs called some fouls and we got to the free throw line because I thought we were struggling to move the ball and score it. But we got to do better from the free throw line. But for the most part, we stepped up there and knocked some down. Second quarter was a little slugfest out there, but we were down in the stance. We were gritty, played defense, only scoring 15. And I think that's going to happen for us. If we can score 20 points in a quarter, that's probably really good. I don't know if that's going to be the norm, but I like holding teams to 10. I thought second, third quarter, fourth quarter, those were 30 minutes of pretty good basketball, and we've got to keep getting better as our competition gets better. No disrespect to anybody we played, but obviously our schedule's gonna jack up a little bit, so we got to make sure we're taking care of the basketball and get shots up every time.
And how does this win and the last few wins kind of help the momentum heading into your first road trip?
You know, anytime you win basketball games, it's good, right? But we're still learning and we're still growing, and we're not, you know, we're pleased, but we're not satisfied. There's been good moments of good basketball for us, but we're not there, and we know that. And yes, we're sitting at 4-0, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when we go in to play Harvard on Thursday. It doesn't matter that we're 4-0. It doesn't matter that they're 2-1, and they play Monday. But it doesn't matter. The time right now is for us to focus in on Purdue and Purdue getting better. Winning basketball games is really good in that regard, but we know where we are. We're not thinking we're a top 20 team in the country right now. We know where we are, we know where we have to go, and we know what we have to do. It's just a matter of getting it done.
And then lastly, just 3 games in 3 days. What's the preparation kind of looking like right now?
Yeah, I'm excited to get some warm weather. I think we play 1:30 for 3 days in a row, so you know, we'll get up in the mornings and have some walkthroughs, and later in the evening we'll be able to watch film, maybe walk through on the beach or wherever we are. I have no idea what the Hard Rock looks like, but you know, we'll get them ready. We'll take care of their legs. I think with 9 people out there and you know, Lily and AP getting better every day, we'll be fresh. I think I'm not worried about our legs. All right, thanks y'all.
Thank
Go
you.
Chiefs.